Alright, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to another episode of this FM21 Save with Everton. We are here for the game against Wolves, away from home. Gonna be a very tough and very important game for the rest of the league season. So we are gonna start with our full strength team. But before we get to that, let's get to the matches that you guys missed. So last time out, of course, was the FA Cup 5th round against Man United, which we lost 3-0. It was a hopeless match. We didn't have a single chance. And after that, we had beaten Leeds 2-1 away from home, thanks to Iwobi and Calvert-Lewin. So after that, we got beaten by Spurs, who were one spot below us in the league. So they overtook us thanks to a goal from Lucas. And then a 2-2 disappointing draw with Crystal Palace. Luckily for us, Calvert-Lewin saved us a single point, otherwise we would have lost that game. Luckily we could get back to winning ways with a 4-0 away win over West Ham, but then we got trashed 4-0 by Chelsea away from home. Then a 4-2 win over West Brom, and the biggest one of them all is the 3-1 win over Manchester United right here. Doucouré and Richarlison with the goals. Mason Greenwood got a consolation goal for Man United, but it wasn't enough for them. We picked up the 3 points against Man United, and we're here today to battle Wolves and Sheffield for European spots. As you can see, Wolves are in 5th right now, and if we do beat them, we are on equal points with them. So that would probably mean, if my memory serves me correctly, that we overtake them. Hopefully Leicester and Arsenal will drop off some points too, because we need to finish at least 6th at the end of the year. We still have got Arsenal to play. We still have Liverpool to play. But first, today, Wolves and Sheffield. Wolves are in 5th, as I just mentioned, and Sheffield are down in 11th. So hopefully we can pick up 6 points from this episode. This is gonna be the team to start for us. Pickford, Holgate, Godfrey, Mina, Digne, Allen, Doucouré, Edwards, James, Richarlison, and Calvert-Lewin. This is pretty much, well, except for Iwobi, this is our full strength team. Iwobi is not on the bench either. As you can see, he's right there because he has picked up that injury. Should get back to training tomorrow, so hopefully he will be back for the match against Sheffield, but this match was just a little bit too early for him. So let's get straight into it, and while we're getting to the kickoff, we have had the youth intake. I'll put it on the screen right now. As you can see, it's probably one of the most disappointing youth intakes I've ever seen, and we're not gonna sign anybody from this, which really sucks, because the youth intake every year is something to look forward to. We kind of expected it when you looked at the preview that we got, but still, to not even have a single player above 3-star potential is just very disappointing. If you wanted to take a closer look at one of the players, feel free to pause the video and go back and watch it. But we're going to move on to the game against Wolves, because that is the most important thing on our minds right now. Also, some manager, I don't quite remember what manager it was, but some manager got sacked as I don't even get the chance to start my story, let alone finish it. Dominic Calvert-Lewin opening the score after just 4 minutes played. And as you can see in the table, we move up to 5th if it stays like this. So let's hope that it does. Let's hope that we can maybe get a second quickly after the first one. That would be a great start. Edwards with the ball, passes it to Allen, to Holgate. Very nice possession-based football right here. Oh, what an attack this is. If this leads to a goal, and it does! Richarlison, what a goal. I think that is a definite contender for goal of the season. No, it's offside. No, please don't. I saw the assistant referee running back, and normally that would have meant that it would not have been disallowed. And what just happened? What has just happened? It said that it was offside, right? But it's still 2-0. What? It says that Richarlison did score the goal. I don't know if this is the glitch that it should be disallowed, or maybe it is disallowed, but it just doesn't show it yet on the scoreboard. But anyway, as I was saying, I saw the assistant running back, and normally before the VAR was introduced, that would mean that that your goal would count. If it was offside, then the assistant would stand still on the spot where it was offside. But he didn't, and it might look like we're going to get a penalty here. So I thought, well, the goal is good. It's the correct goal. And then it said it was offside, and it's still 2-0. I don't know. But we have a penalty kick, and we could make it 3-0. James Rodriguez behind the ball, and he does exactly on the 11-minute mark. His third goal of the season, and our third of the night. It is 3-0 after just 11 minutes played. And it does seem like Richarlison's goal is not going to be disallowed. So it is indeed 3-0 already against a team that we're competing against for the European spots. Leicester have just taken the lead against Arsenal though. So that's a very good thing that they're playing each other, because that means that we overtake either Leicester or Arsenal if there's going to be a winner, as Calvert-Lewin makes it 4. Or even if it ends in a draw, Leicester-Arsenal or Arsenal-Leicester, then we will overtake both. So it's going to be very interesting what's going to happen in that match, because I do think that we have already won this one. I mean, we're already up 4-0 after just 40 minutes played. I honestly could not have asked for a better start to this game. I was kind of nervous for this game because Wolves are a good team. We're playing away from home. And of course, it was a very important match, and I tend to bottle important matches, especially when I'm recording them. Let me check real quickly if it is recording. It is, luckily, otherwise you wouldn't see this. But 4-0 against Wolves, that is absolutely insane. I'm very happy with that result until now. Let's hope we don't crumble under this pressure, under this lead, and let's not concede 4 goals in the second half, because don't forget, there's still a lot of time to go in this match. Because the first half isn't even done yet. It's still going. We are in injury time now, but the first half is still going. Wolves seem to get a chance right here. Tyson to Raúl Jimenez, but it's just past the post. Arsenal have equalized, so that means that we go back up to 5th instead of 6th. That would honestly be the best if Arsenal and Leicester draw in the end. As you can see, we would go up to 6th. Leicester would go down to 8th with still a game in hand, so they could still overtake us anyway. But as the league table is looking like right now, it's looking pretty damn good for us. And better than I would have even expected, as Calvert-Lewin makes it 5. That's definitely the final blow for Wolves. Is that his hat-trick? I wasn't reading the commentary, but is that Calvert-Lewin's hat-trick? It is indeed. He has scored so many goals this season and so many hat-tricks too. It's absolutely incredible. And I'm hoping that we can keep a hold of him over the summer and we don't lose him, because we're definitely going to need him in next season in the Premier League and hopefully also in the Europa League. But that is still no certainty at all, as Traoré goes for goal, but Pickford saves it. Let's get Holgate off. John Joe Kenny, sub him on. Holgate was injured. Godfrey is on a yellow, so let's get Michael Keane on the pitch, and let's keep it like that just for now. And maybe in 10 minutes time, let's make the third sub. Holgate with one of his final actions, and it almost was a goal, but Rui Patricio saves it on the goal line. What is he doing? He plays in Tyson beautifully. What a mistake by our number 4 there. Don't know who that was. That is Holgate. So that is his final action, is that mistake by missing that ball. Luckily for us, it didn't lead to a goal. And we're still 5-0 up. So let's make another sub. Let's get Bolasie on for James Rodriguez. And let's see if we can keep the clean sheet too. That would be very good indeed. Arsenal-Leicester is still 1-1. So also the best possible result that we could wish for. And there is the final whistle. An absolutely dominant 5-0 win over Wolves. I say dominant. If we weren't even that dominant, we were just extremely clinical, and they were, well, pretty much, oh shit. I didn't mean to, I screwed it up now, didn't I? Yeah, I screwed it up. Everybody is demotivated now because I told them that I wasn't happy with the way they played or the result when we won 5-0. So I'm probably gonna get 1 or 2 players, or maybe even the board, getting angry with me because of that team talk. But as you can see, Dominic Calvert-Lewin lifts the Toffees into the Europa League reckoning. Holgate is injured for how long? For 1 to 3 days, so he should be back for the game against Sheffield, which I'm going to see you guys for in just a second. And here we are, game number 2 of the episode against Sheffield. Let's get straight into the game. Firstly, the starting 11, Pickford, Coleman instead of the player that got injured, Mason Holgate, of course. Coleman is coming in for him. Godfrey, Mina, Digne, Allen, Doucouré, Edwards, James, Richarlison, and Calvert-Lewin. So I think, especially the attacking 4 players, there's really a clear order in who are the best players, or at least who are in the best form. Iwobi is closely behind them, and so is Bolasie. But I think these 4 players, by these 4 I mean Calvert-Lewin, Richarlison, James, and Edwards, are the first 4 names on the team sheet. With Jordan Pickford, of course. So we are playing Sheffield United. We are still in 5th. Sheffield are still in 11th. So this should be a match that we should be winning. So it is a possible banana skin, so we can slip, we can lose this of course, but we're gonna try our best to pick up another 3 points like we just did against Wolves, who are now down in 8th, by the way. Could even drop down to 9th if Leicester beats Spurs in their game in hand. But as I was saying in the first game, but I didn't get the time to finish, there was a manager from a certain club, I don't remember who it was, that's not the important thing. But they were sacked, and you always get a message, well, this manager was sacked, and the entire story, blah, blah, blah. And then at the bottom, you have their possible replacements, and of course, the possible other managers that are gonna get sacked. By the way, a very boring match, very boring first half at least. No highlights, nothing happened. So let's hope that we can do that better in the second half. But we were in first place and the only manager in the so-called sack race. So I don't know why everybody is so has so much criticism about us. I mean, sure, at the beginning of the season we were playing very badly. We were at one point down in 16th, I believe, which of course definitely isn't good enough. But at this point, I think we were already up to 8th or 9th. And we were still in first place in the sack race, and the board wasn't even dissatisfied with us. And Dominic Calvert-Lewin with a beautiful goal. He just heads the ball over the goalkeeper, over Ramsdale. So we have opened the score in the 58th minute. So half an hour to go. Let's hope we can hold on. Let's get Iwobi on for Richarlison. And let's get Edwards off because he is tired too for Bolasie. But everybody was still so critical of us, and I don't really know why, as Janjo Geni is gonna come on for Digne. I mean, sure, we were expected to finish at least 6th, and we were down in 8th or 9th, but still the board's happiness was a C-, I believe. So why would we then be in first place in the sack race? I don't understand that, but luckily we weren't sacked. I was scared to be. Luckily, we're still here, and we're doing better than ever as Sheffield get a red card right before the end of the match. They do get another chance here. Fleck with a free kick. No, not like that. Chris Basham in the 91st minute puts the ball past Jordan Pickford. Nothing we can do about it now. Makes no sense to make more changes. They finished the match with 10 men, and we still didn't pick up the 3 points. I'm very pissed, and I do expect to see them all in training because that is unacceptable. After a 5-0 win against Wolves, to lose 2 points here and possibly drop down back to 9th place even, all the way up from 5th, is crazy. The fact that that is possible in one game just shows you how close everybody is together. Also, Richarlison finished 2nd in the competition for the Player of the Month of March, so that is very good for him. That again shows in how good form he is at this point. So I'm actually very pissed off by that result. Hopefully, when we come back, we'll be in the same position. We would not have dropped down. We want to finish at least 6th. That is what the board wants. Let's look at their expectation now. It's now a C plus, and they're happy with everything that we're doing. All right, so that is very good. That's better than I've seen ever in this season. So next episode, not to your surprise at all, will be the final episode of the season, and it will be the games against Liverpool at home and Fulham at home. So in the meantime, we're playing Newcastle in 14th, Southampton in 20th, 2 winnable games, then Arsenal away in 6th, which is probably the most important game left in this season. That's probably gonna decide who is gonna get to Europe and who is not. Then we have Aston Villa in 10th, and then Liverpool in 3rd, and Fulham in 16th. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe as well if you haven't already. And hopefully by next episode, we'll be close to being qualified for the Europa League. I'll see you then. Bye bye.